Hello everyone, today's video is about the recent update from the ICFMG and USMLE. Uh, it's in regard to invalidation of the USMLE exam scores, CK scores, because they had been investigating. They found some irregularities in the score and they specifically mentioned a country, Nepal, which is unfortunate, and I'll tell you why. So let me briefly tell you what happened. So according to the information I've been able to gather, and this is not an official account of ECMMG or USMLE, that there have been some concerns in the past that some applicants from the Nepal have been consistently getting very high scores, like, and we are talking about 270s to 80s. And so they started an investigation. So what they found out was what was allegedly going on is that the centers, whether it was Prometric or Pearson, where they were taking the exam in Nepal, uh, they were complicit in it. Like they were allowed to take a screenshot of the questions, and the person who would be actually taking the exam would know majority of the questions. And how they calculated is that some of those applicants had like uh, marked very difficult questions right, and it did not go along with the rest of their assessment. Uh, and I'm not sure whether it's true or not, but someone on the Twitter also mentioned that the center itself, they were like selling those screenshots, and that's where they also sold it to someone who further then started the investigation. So I'm not sure. What I know is that even in our time, I took my step one to around 2014, 15, 16 time. We knew that there were some medical schools all over the world who were relying on the recalls. Like, let's say a couple of people, three, four people take exam, and then they would try to remember some of the questions. They will write it and they'll make a pool, and then they will pass along their med schools friends. Now, to some extent, some people would say it's a fair game. You are just like, it's not an exact recall. It's a, you are just trying to help people try to navigate. But I have no comments on that. Now that is something that we have heard around of regarding a lot of countries. But I think that what recently started was they felt that the center itself or the people conducting the exam, they were complicit in it, and that's like a huge breach. Of course, it's illegal. It has consequences. Now, what they have done is they have stopped the results of some of the people who took recently. They have not released the results, and some of the people who had even taken the exams, who are ECFMG certified, who are even in the match process, they have invalidated their scores. It is unfortunate because I'm sure that only a few of people did that, and it may reflect poorly on the whole country, which it should not. What I'm asking all the program directors, all the relevant people is, please do not create a mental bias against all the Nepalese or all Asian or anyone, because I have known some of the Nepalese applicant students. They are very thorough people, and their studies thorough. So please just keep in mind that some of the people must have done it, but it should not reflect poorly on all of them. Now, what I know, what I have searched, so what will happen is that the people who got ECFMG certified by taking step one, passing step one, taking a CK and passing it, and then OET and other qualifications, fulfilling the criteria, they will no longer be CFMG certified. They can still participate in the NRMP match, but in the NRMP, it would be mentioned that they are not certified. Now, people who, on the basis of ECFMG certification, who took step three, I think the FSMB has not made any announcement, so I think their step three score will still be valid or not. It's a question, because technically, if your EC50 certification is null and void, then you, in the first place, you don't qualify for step three. But again, FSMB is a different institution. My question to ECFMG and all the relevant people, I have a few questions which I think a lot of people have been asking me, so I just wanted to make a video. Number one, will it apply? How far back you will go? Will it apply to even the people who are doing residency, or even more than that? Is it possible that their EC50 certification and everything would be cancelled, which I don't think it will happen, who are in the residency? Now, people that, like Dr. Fisher's, Conrad Fisher's program, Brookdale, is a pre-match. Now, people who have received the pre-match signed the contract, would it apply to them, and how would it entail then? The other question is that, have you stopped releasing the results of all Nepalese applicants right now, all of them? And then would you like reach out to them individually and tell them whether they were involved or not? And then the other question, which is very important, is what I've heard is that it's not like they're just canceling or banning them for life. They may have an opportunity to take a validation exam. Whether that would happen, yes or no, or if that happens, whether that would happen in Nepal or it could only happen in USA. So these are the few questions. At the end of the day, what I would recommend is, please try to avoid any illegal ways to employ any illegal ways to score. If you just study yourself, prepare well, and if you can stay even to 30 to 40, that is way better than obtaining to 70 or 80 by illegal means, because sooner or later people get caught. So that is my suggestions to everyone. Again, my humble request to all the relevant people, please don't create a mental bias against all Nepalese or all IMGs. IMGs suffer already a lot. But having said that, I'm also confident that it's a good step to punish those who were involved. But again, that should not reflect poorly on all the people from a country. Thank you.